I'm Tarot Oracle, and I do the reading.
It's 6:30. Time for the Tarot Oracle Show.
I forgot to turn my soundboard on, so it was really quiet. I'm like, wait a minute. I don't think something's right. Anyway, YouTube user, how will the meeting with N go? Apparently, it already went. So, I guess delaying that reading by a day had some consequences, didn't it? KD, what's going on? Why is this stream starting late today? You know, it says 6:30, KD. KD, it says 6:30. Right, 6:30. Wait, right there, 6:30. I always start early. Just saying. Anyway, Scorpio, Andrew, KD, Evo, Neve. We got Scorpio. We got Ling. We got Neve again. We got Yvette. We got YouTube user, Erica Marie, YouTube user, and Ramadana. Thank you for your donations. I appreciate that. Yvette is here. I think I said hello. I think I said hello to everybody. We are ready to go. Now, we owe YouTube user a reading. But since we did the readings last night, it appears that YouTube user already ran into N. So, I guess, I don't know. Do you still want the reading? Do you still want the reading? I'm not sure if you want the reading or not. I don't know what's going on. Reiki, welcome. Good to see you. All right, let's see. Let's see. So I don't know if you met N or not. So let's assume that one day we will meet N, what have you. Because the next question is, did I actually meet N? So, anyway, but yeah, how will the meeting with N go when we have a formal meeting and we just don't run into each other, whatnot? Six of Swords, the Tower, and well, you can see right here, how's it going to go? You can see right here, how's it going to go? You got the Tower, you got the Devil, you got a Six of Swords. Now, it just feels like that this is going to be something that's a buildup, right? I think it's going to be a formal meeting. I don't think it's going to be accidental. Blue Ocean, thank you for your donation. I just don't think it's going to be accidental. I think it's going to be a formal meeting. That's what I'm saying. We got the Tower. We got the Devil. It feels like some unexpected things coming through. It feels like maybe not a lot of optimal things hit us. It just feels like that it's not something that we want to do, but it's something that we end up doing. It just feels like a Tower moment, right? You're not really sure what to say. You're not sure what to do. You told them to F off enough times. You're not sure what they're going to react. It's a big unknown as far as you're concerned. So it definitely goes awkward, to say the least. The Tower into the Devil doesn't really hesitate or mess around. That's it. So, yeah, that's how the meeting is going to go. Now, apparently, you may have met N already. So I thought you said you definitely did meet N, so it's unknown now? Wait, well, let me go back and read this. I don't know what that was going on over here. Let's see. So we got, guess I see you on the train today. Okay, all right. So Nelson, all blue, I started laughing. Okay, so wondering if that was Nelson or not, if that was Nelson or what's going on. By the way, we got YouTube user in a triple shot today, so we're making it happen. Hershey Anderson, welcome. Good to see you. How you doing? Everybody say hello to Hershey, Maruta, and Joan at the same time. What's going on over there? So we're pretty excited about this. Okay, was it Nelson that I saw today? The Emperor and the Hierophant and the Seven of Swords. I do think so. I'm going with a thumbs up meeting or thumbs up feel of that over there. I do think it was Nelson indeed that you did see. The Emperor, it is all in blue. The Emperor in blue. So I do think it is a blue kind of Emperor kind of day with that. I do think that Emperor into the Hierophant, this is Nelson that you saw. It's something you got to be, you got to be figuring it out. But you got to be dealing with it, definitely. Dealing with it, figuring out how it's going to go. The Hierophant says that's not the one and only time that you run into them. I do think that you run into them again, in my opinion. I think you run into them uno mas time. But you said they were in blue, and we have all blue. Well, we have green, but you know what I'm saying. We got blue characters all over the place. So I just think that is definitely it. All right. Seven of Swords, it definitely says again, you're going to run into them again. This is not something that was an isolated incident, not something that's just going to never happen again. So just be prepared, running into them here and there and everywhere. Be random with me. Welcome. How are you doing tonight? Good to see you. Yeah, just be prepared, right? You got to be a little bit prepared as it goes because you got to kind of figure out what to say. If you're just sort of stumbling over yourself and whatnot, I don't think that's going to be good for anybody. Will Luke Skywalker hire me for the talent acquisition position? I'm just saying, if they got lightsaber in hand, they may hire you indeed. I don't know. Let's see if Luke Skywalker is going to end up hiring you, or if it's old Luke Skywalker. So Luke Skywalker is kind of like Elvis at this point. You got young Elvis, and then you got old Elvis, right? You got young Luke Skywalker, who's got the lightsaber, and he's going on the Mandalorian and saving Grogu, and then you got the old Luke Skywalker who's drinking the milk from that freaky looking thing. I mean, Michael and Nora, welcome. Good to see you. So you gotta figure out which one that you like most. It's just like Elvis. You like young Elvis? Do you like the older Elvis with the peanut butter and banana sandwiches? It's up to you. You have a lot of choices with Elvis. You got a lot of choices with Luke Skywalker. But will Luke hire me for this particular position? YouTube user, thank you for your fourth donation. Three of Swords, King of Pentacles, and the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords is back at the exact same position, even though I mixed up the cards and I put it at random. Okay, we can do that. That's fine. All right, the Seven of Swords, right? I do think that they will indeed try to get you in. The reason I say that is because of the King of Pentacles. So we're going with the money, right? We're going with a little money falling. I do think that because of the King of Pentacles. You are looking at them needing somebody, and they are kind of evaluating you. They're looking over what you have done. They're trying to figure out what is going to be good, what is going to be bad, what kind of challenges we have kind of mixed in here. Because the Three of Swords says, I think they need somebody. They just need a warm body at this point. You need talent acquisition. You need a warm body. You're trying to figure out what to do ultimately with it. King of Pentacles says you're definitely going to be considered for this. Absolutely. Seven of Swords shows you moving in and sort of sneaking in there, getting in there. It's almost like you're a last minute choice, right? A last minute choice. You don't know. And then all of a sudden it's like, whoops, here you go. So, you got to figure out how to do that. Anyway, I would just say that it's going to be a thumbs up that you definitely have a choice with that. So there we go. Oh my, we got improvement on our finances reading with Olga. Olga, thank you for your donation over PayPal. I appreciate you. I mean, why don't we just take a break and hop over to PayPal right now? We got Olga up there in the PayPal realm, and we need to get that reading over there. So might as well just hop in there. Just hop in there, make it fresh, make it happen. See what's going on, Olga. Thank you for your donation. Appreciate you. All right, finances. Okay. We need to know if basically the money's going to start coming in, rolling in. Something's going to happen with that, all right? Anyway, let's figure it out. Let's see if that's going to happen. If you're going to have an improvement in the finances, you're definitely going to go over here to the Tarot Tower that no longer works. Yeah, the Tarot Tower cam that no longer works. We're gonna be doing that one. That's what we're going to be doing. All right, let's skip over to that and go. There we go. The Tarot Tower cam that now works. Now that I had to diddle with it. You got to diddle with the Tarot Tower cam. Otherwise, it just ain't going to work. Now for you, we're going for the Gusto over here. The Mystic Palette Tarot. Yes, it's real, and they are spectacular. Michael, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. All right, see if the finances are going to improve. The finances are going to be getting any better, like what ultimately is going to happen with that. Sort of get some money coming in. All right, sometimes finances do hit us pretty hard. We're not ready for it. We're not quite prepared. And then all of a sudden we just sort of get in a mode where things are just a little bit challenged indeed. I think that you sort of have a little bit of this Five of Cups sort of reverse. That's sort of interesting, right? It feels like that money becomes a central object, I would say, at the end of this month. Like we're thinking about money a lot. We're sort of focusing on money. Money is on our mind a lot, sort of at the end of the month. I think after that, it gets a little bit better. It's almost like we have to hit a little bit of a rock bottom before we we sort of hit the other side with that. The reason I say, because we got a little bit of a 4. John, I thank you for your donation, but you got a little bit of a 4 here. That's all about planning for the future. I think that's where you're at. You need to figure out what is going to improve the finances. What can we do? How can we consolidate some things? How can we get more income streams? What can we do to basically make things better, make things function more conveniently, and just sort of get it done, right? Because the 4 says there's some planning involved here. Now, again, I think by the end of the month, you kind of hit a little bit of that bottom, and then things start to improve. But you do need to figure out, like, what is the strat? What is the overall strategy for that? Because I think a lot of planning needs to be activated here. You do have a King of Cups. There's something that you're interested in. There's something that you sort of learn, that you pick up, and definitely sort of picking up new information that gets you into the next phase, or that gets you into that next thing. And I think that's going to be what is important, and you're going to be able to improve quite a bit very quickly once that hits. Now, the level of disappointment that you're currently having, that you're currently feeling, again, eases up a little bit after the end of this month, more so at the end of the year. It feels like this year is kind of dragging. We got the inflation, we got the gas, we got a couple of things that are sort of dragging us down with the money, and it's all over the news. It's a news cycle every day. We're reminded again and again, and it sort of starts emotionally affecting us as well. So I think the relief is going to come here in a few months for that as well. The moon sort of in this new journey, in this new adventure, and I think the adventure is going to pick us up and make us a little better at what we're doing there. So yeah, there you go. You got a couple of opportunities, a couple of things that are going to be a little bit better given enough time, but it's definitely about planning. What are we going to do to address the short term, long term, getting it out there, making it happen? Anyway, the next reading is Erica is up in here. How much money will I win tonight at the Mega Million? Okay, we got the tickets. We just need the fat cash right now. How much money are we going to win in this particular drawing? So we ended up getting a couple of tickets on this. We do need to get a winning money ticket kind of deck right here. John, thank you for your other donation. And I think that's going to be this one. Whoa, I think that if I don't drop it onto the floor, I think this is going to be it. Okay, how much cat cash will I win here? Oh, it seems more an emotional journey than anything else. Man, in this particular drawing, I'm going to say 0. I'm going to say 0 with this. I really don't think you win anything in this particular drawing. Linda, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. We just have a lot of emotional aspects here. Lots and lots of cups. All right. It really feels like that there's nothing in this round. Lots and lots of cups. Ace of Cups. It is about the next adventure. It is about the next thing, right? So maybe this one didn't work out. Maybe the next one, the next couple of bucks is going to make you a little bit more. But definitely the Ace of Cups is sort of a journey, right? We're sort of getting into a journey. We're moving forward. We're making it happen. We got a Knight of Cups. This is something we kind of like. We like a little bit of the gambling aspect. It's kind of fun. Get out there, see what's going on, see what's going to happen ultimately. I mean, I guess ideally, I just don't think anything at this round. Just nothing at this round. Boo-boo, welcome. Good to see you. You just got a Page of Cups, right? All you got is emotions, and more emotions, and a fish at the end. I'm going to say 0. I'm going to say 0 in this particular round. I'm sorry. I wanted to say 17 million, but I'm just going to have to go with 0 in this round. I apologize. In advance. That's my bad, but I just got to read what I got to read. By the way, I started a new painting, and I want everyone's opinion of it. Does anybody, that moment when you want a Warhol, but you can't afford a Warhol, right? You want a Warhol painting, but you can't afford one. So I started my own. We have 9 Marilyns all over the place. Now, obviously, this is going to be something that stays in the house because I don't want to get sued. But yeah, it's going to be 9 Marilyns and all the different stuff. Anyway, I started that yesterday or something like that. Yeah, yesterday. Anyway, that was just kind of fun, right? Just one of those fun things. You got to get some paintings done. Got to keep the brush moving and all this other stuff. But that's the way it is. Lonnie, welcome. Good to see you. All right. Let's see what else is going on. Ramadan. Does Raymond look at my social media? Are they just completely ignoring me at this point? I think that's a valid point. I think that is valid. Gustave Dore, we always do Gustave Dore because that is just an amazing deck. We have to get it out there. We do. We have to get it out there. By the way, I just got the anime tarot deck in my box. Anime tarot deck. We're going to unbox that sucker tomorrow because we are pretty hyped about that one. That's one of the ones where I'm really kind of hoping that it exceeds my expectations because I love some anime. I just don't like the way over the top kind of anime, but that's just me. That is just me. I mean, you got to sort of settle down with what you got. By the way, we're doing the Dragons Tarot. Screw this. We're doing the Dragons Tarot. We're doing the Dragons Tarot. Jude, welcome. Good to see you. We need more Dragon Tarot. Now we have the Drakon, the Ravenous Drakon Tarot, and now we have the Tarot of Dragons. So we're going to use the Tarot of Dragons for this because Ramadana needs a good tarot deck, and this is it. And this is it. Does a Raymond look at this? Cosmic Kitty, it's been a minute. It has been a minute, Cosmic Kitty. It is good to have you back. What is going on tonight? All right. Yeah, are we ready to use the Dragon Tarot? I mean, look, it's there. They're real and they are spectacular. Anyway, Jude, anime tarot deck, man, I love me some waifus. I mean, you know, you got to, if you go in waifus, you got to go all in. You just got to go all in. Erica, thank you for your other donation. I appreciate you. All right. Does Raymond is staring at my social media. You got a 6 of Wands. Man, you got a 6 of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles, and just a Knight of Cups. I do think they get emotional sometimes about what you post. They're watching you. It's very clear here. They're kind of watching you, okay? And that's okay. That's all right. And not like a creepy kind of watching you, you know, with one hand on. No, I think it's more of a just, I want to see what you're doing, see where you're going. Lonnie, I thank you for your very generous donation. I appreciate you. The 6 of Wands just says they want to see what's going on. They want to see how successful you are, what you're into. They want to keep tabs. They just want to keep tabs on you. Absolutely. 6 of Pentacles says, I mean, you're feeding the fish to the bears. They want to see it. They want to see what's going on. They want to see they want to be a part of your life at a distance at this point. That's what I'm saying. You got a 3 of Pentacles. We're kind of working together. We're seeing what you're working on. We're seeing where you're going with everything. And that Knight of Cups. I still got some emotions. I still got the emotions, but you know, I'm just going to have to do it from afar. Going to have to do it from afar is what that is saying with that. Anyway, I mean, yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's good to have you back, Cosmic Kitty. All right, Blue Ocean. Any career changes coming up now until career end? Just intuitively, I say maybe. I immediately got this whole intuitively thing going on. All right, as always, we're going to use the Ocean Tarot for the Blue Ocean raise. T, always, what is going on? How you doing? All right, let's see what is happening over here with a little bit of Oceanic Tarot, making sure that we get it out. All right, any career changes coming in now until the year end? You got a good 6 months. Most people be hired in the summer. I tell you that now, just from a lot of experience, a lot of sort of seeing people hired and whatnot, doing interviews. Most people hire in the summer. So what are we looking at here? Page of Pentacles. All right. Blue Ocean, you got a couple of things that are like, possibilities. See, this is so complex. It really is, Blue Ocean. You're looking at possibilities. You're looking at things being maybe. I mean, you got some possibilities here. You got some openings. You got some things you could be wanting to chase. Page of Pentacles, they don't pay much. See, this is the complexity with any job reading. Sure, I could give you another job. I could hand you something. I mean, look, Blue Ocean, here's something new. Here's something exciting. I think that's going to be all right. Page of Pentacles, it doesn't pay very much. So how interested are you in this? It's just not going to cash out the way you want to cash out. 7 of Swords does say you're ready to sneak out. You're ready to get something new, seeing what's going on, seeing how that is going to work overall. But man, that 7 of Wands says you need to be careful and don't just jump into anything. You want to make sure that if you do have a career change, it's going to be an expansion rather than a contraction. You just don't want to make less money, work harder for less money, or do something in that vein. That's very important for you to sort of realize that you don't want to get into that situation. But I think that's your offerings. I do think. Now, again, looking at about September, late September kind of thing, we see an opening. We're sort of interested where it's going to go. I would be very careful with that and do your research, do the work. Because if you don't, you're going to end up in something where you're just sort of regretting the entire thing, and you don't want to be there. You just don't want to be at that level by any means, by any means. All right, YouTube user, did N see me? What was the feelings? What kind of thing? It was definitely odd. We saw YouTube user saw N today on the train. A YouTube user was wearing all blue. What does that mean? That means a little bit of a calm, a little bit of a peacefulness up here, sort of looking at what is next rather than what is sort of going there. I do think that they do have career challenges still. I'm sticking with that because of the company and all that other stuff. So, you know, you definitely want to kind of watch out for that. You want to kind of watch out. You don't want to be any part of that if it's going to turn into something where it's really awkward or anything like that. It's just what I'm saying. Just what I am saying. Let's see about that. Did they see me? No, they didn't. You got the Two of Swords. Definitely sort of blindfolded. They're in blue too. YouTube user, the tarot's really speaking to you tonight. It's speaking to you. It's like just talking. It's like has things to say, and you need to listen. The all in blue, Two of Swords. It says, no, we're blinded. We got a blindfold on. We got a blockage. We're two separate worlds. We're not really aware of what happened or what should happen, what was going on. We didn't sort of get a peek at you at all. 10 of Cups said if they did see you, they would come over and say hello. I don't think they're going to be shy or anything like that. I think in person, they're going to be kind of upfront with you and just sort of be not really in your face, but, you know, be at that level of, hey, this is something, hey, I want to just sort of talk, right? Overall, they realize that they're starting from scratch. They realize that we lost a lot of ground with substantial relationships, with good feelings, with the big connection that we used to have. We've lost a lot of ground. Page of Pentacles, we got to start from fresh somewhere, and that could be what we're kind of doing, right? It could be starting fresh, and it doesn't feel very fresh, you know? That not so fresh feeling, indeed. All right. We're going to go to the next one. Mike wants a little bit of a 2-week general. Let's get that going with a little bit of a, by the way, I'm giving, okay, my Wonder World Tarot shipped. So what am I going to do with this copy? Give it to you, of course. Give it to you, of course. And that's what we're going to do. So tomorrow on the stream, we are giving away the Wonder World Tarot. Yes, we're giving this away because I got my real copy coming, so I don't really need this. So if you want a free Wonder World Tarot, come in tomorrow to the stream. We're doing the big giveaway. I mean, it's not tonight. We're doing the big giveaway tomorrow. It's got a box. It's got all the good stuff. Everybody's excited about it. P and Stephanie, thank you for your donations. I appreciate that. What's the difference between this one and the other copy? Well, this one has no fancy borders, and it was kind of prototype, and so probably going to be a little thinner, no fancy borders. The box is sort of a standard talk box. It's going to be the basic, right? You want the deluxe one is what I get, but this one right here, it's going to be kind of the standard one with a little bit of a tuck box action, no big fancy borders, and all this other stuff. So in other words, like if you look at the little Buddha tarot, right? The little Buddha tarot, I got the fancy version. It's much thicker. It's got big card stock. It's a little more vibrant, whatnot from the other one that I had. So, yeah, I mean, I'm getting the fancy one. I'm giving away the basic one. So, I mean, you know, ideally, you get the fancy one too. But if you didn't, you're like, I'm not really sure if I wanted to back that, but I kind of like it. You want it for free? Come in tomorrow. Come in tomorrow. Okay. Now, next 2 weeks in general, Ace of Cups, there are some connections happening. There are some new connections happening with other people, and that is always exciting. It's always exciting to have some sort of a new connection, sort of new adventure to go on. By the way, Lori, I thank you so much for your donation over PayPal. You are in the queue. You're about 4 away. So yeah, we'll see what goes on. But yeah, the Devil and a Four of Cups. This connection just doesn't work for you. It doesn't work for you. Should you be excited about it? There's something weird about it, is what I'm going to say, right? Something weird. Bordita, I got you in the queue. You're 4 away. I thank you, Bordita. I'll get your reading. Let me know. Yeah, Bordita, ask your question in chat. I have an application that tracks it for me. So I'm just going to click it. It's going to pull it up, and you're going to be doing it. All right. But that Ace of Cups, man, what is it about your emotions right now, Mike? What is it about your emotions right now that's really needing, that you're sort of needy for? I think you're definitely sort of, somebody knows that. Somebody's using that a little bit, but I really think that there's something else going on here with this connection. It's an interesting connection, definitely a poignant connection. It sort of starts in the next 2 weeks. I don't think it's anything major, substantial, like memorize it for the rest of your life kind of thing. I don't think so. But I do think you have an interesting connection coming up. Ace of Cups into the Devil. Obviously, watch out for what are the intentions. Where are they at? Where are we going? What's going to happen? I think that is going to be one of the things to watch for. Overall, Four of Cups is a person's bringing in something you don't want. It looks like you want it, but if you sign up for the deal, I don't think that's going to be good at all. Just don't think it is going to be good at all. Anyway, just kind of watch out and be a little cautious with that. We'll do another Wonder World Tarot reading right now because we got John. No, actually, John, we're going to use Thoth. I don't know. I mean, I used Thoth for the John's private readings. I think Thoth is kind of a good match. I just think Thoth is a good match for the John reads. So we're going to stick with Thoth. We're going to go over here, grab it from the Tarot Tower. You know where it is. Sam Bond, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Get a little Thoth action and get some John reads. Some John reads. Look at that. Look at the spreadability of that damn thing. That's just turning me on right now. That is a lot of spreadability over there. That sounds bad. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. MVP and Jude. Donations take priority, then I do free readings. But right now we are bombed with donations. We have 26 donations so far. But I mean, that's it. That is it. Cosmic Kitty, how far am I away? You're about 3. You're about 3 away. All right. Let's see what's happening with all of this. Can we do the queue? Can we see the queue? I think the queue is going to be pretty good here. Okay, we got Cosmic. So we got the Double John. We got Linda, Cosmic Kitty, Erica, Lonnie P, Stephanie, YouTube user, and Sam Bond. So you actually see the queue today. It's short enough. So you got the Double John, Linda, and some Kitty right afterwards. Where are we going to get the PayPal? It's going to be after Kitty. It's going to be after Kitty. 3 of Swords, interesting. What is my coworker? Nada, think of me. Wait. Is it Nada? Is it actually their name? Nada? That's interesting. Okay. What do they think of me? What do they feel about me? The past coworker. To be honest, they're glad you're gone. I mean, I gotta say, they'll be glad you're gone. They just didn't like you as a coworker. I think they put on a little bit of a front. They're like, "Ooh," but in reality, no, they didn't like you as a coworker. I'm sorry about that. But you get a little 4. It's just like, yeah, and then you're gone. I think they're kind of gone and making it happen with that. Ultimately, they're better off without you. They're just better off without you. So I think that they liked you a little bit, but then as you left, they're just like, nah, I'm not really in there. I mean, if you want to just sort of talk to them again or something like that, I think they'd have a different perspective on that. But as a coworker, they just didn't. They're kind of glad you're gone. I'm just saying. I mean, the Thoth is brutal. The Thoth is brutal, but at least it's honest. The Thoth is like that friend that has no verbal filter, right? The friend that has no verbal filter, but I mean, that's the way it is. Soup understands. Soup, what's going on? What kind of soup? Tomato, chicken noodle, like soup. I mean, you gotta elucidate here. Well, like, what kind of soup are you on? Anyway, all right. So there's Nada. Nada, kind of glad you're gone. So let's see if we just contact Nada and go, yo, I mean, I used to work with you. I thought you were kind of cute. You know, see what they would do. They do have a different perspective on you if you would do that. I think it'd be worthwhile contacting them. As far as a workmate, I don't think they were a good workmate for you. But I'm just saying, if you try to talk to them again, if you just like hitting them up and be like, you know, I thought you were kind of cute. You know, how to know we had a broom closet interaction that one time. I was hoping we could have more, right? The son says, go ahead and contact them and, you know, try to figure it out. I think it's going to be okay. I think they're going to come in with a different perspective, more of an emotional perspective, look at you a little bit differently and whatnot. I think that Nada's having a little bit of a difficult time finding somebody at the moment. So I don't know. Nada may have come in and asked me if they're going to find any love in the next 2 weeks or something like that. You don't know. You don't know. Maybe Nada came in here. It's got another name or something. I'm just saying. But yeah, they've been a little bit barren on the love life lately. So I think Nada be like, yo, I wouldn't mind talking to you again. You know,
I love you.
all right. Overall, I say contact them, give them a chance, give them a shot, and see where it goes. I think that's going to be a thumbs up. Maybe a love balloon kind of thing there. A thumbs up. Not a good workmate, but maybe a better general mate. I mean, if that makes any sense. You know, it's pretty clear. The Thoth really doesn't play around. The Thoth just throws it. The Thoth is like a throat chop, you know, just, you know, where you like sit next to somebody and they just reach out and throat chop you or something like that. Whooshah. That is it. That is it. Anyway, T, always my brother. Well, welcome, T, always. Good to have you on the stream. Any friend or relative of Linda's or friend or relative of mine? I'm just saying. My brother wants to know if he should keep the retro wood paneling or paint that crap. All right, let's see. Paint or keep it? Linda wants, or no, always T wants to know. Keep or paint? That is the difficulty. That is the difficulty indeed. Okay, if we're going to do painting of any type, you know we're going to go ahead and get an art tarot. We're going to get an art tarot. And I know all y'all are like, which one? Because y'all know that I have version 1 and version 2. And this is going to be a version 1 moment of this particular tarot right here. If you don't know what this is, the hell have you been? This is the Revival Art Tarot. The Revival Art Tarot is the way it goes. J Mad, welcome. Good to see you as always. What is going on over there, J Mad? All right, a little bit of an art tarot, making it happen over here. We're going to get some revival indeed. All right, keep or paint, you know, that is the quandary that we must endure. Okay, is this going to be something that we can paint or keep? Got a little of the King of Cups. KD, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. KD wants the Thoth. KD, what the hell are you thinking? KD, we got the Dragon Tarot. And KD's like, nah, we got the Cosmo Beings Tarot. KD's like, oh, give me the oldies. Give me the oldies. Give me the Thoth. I mean, we're just going ancient today. I'm just saying. Give me the Boomer deck. Give me that Thoth. All right. Let's see. Keep or paint. The Empress says you definitely want to paint. I mean, you got a lot of suckling going on over here. This is time to paint. This is something we want to paint. The World says you want it to look a little nicer. You want it to look a little bit better. I think that is going to be powerful indeed. Overall, the Ten of Swords says keeping it ain't your thing. It just ain't, okay? You need to expand it. You need to do some things. You need to make it happen. And I think that's the point. I think that is the point. So, yeah. I really think the Ten of Swords, you need to start painting. Just get out the paintbrush, get the thing going, and King of Cups, you know, make it like you want it. Make it like ultimately like you want it to be. You want it to make it, and I just think that's it, right? A little retro, I think that's going to be okay. Once it's painted, it looks so much better. Once it's painted, it always looks a little bit better. Just everything, right? Just everything. Anyway, at least that's what the thought. At least that's what the art says. That's what the art tarot says. That's what I'm talking about. Who is coming up in love? Cosmic Kitty needs some loving up there. Cosmic Kitty needs some loving. I mean, John's single. Cosmic Kitty. I'm just saying. John's single apparently. I mean, I'm just saying. All right, see, I'm the ultimate matchmaker. I gotta have a job, right? Jay Matt, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. Now let's see what's coming up in Love Indeed with a good loving and wonderful deck up in here, known as the Modern Love Tarot. Joan B, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. Now after Cosmic Kitty, we got the Lori Reed. Lori Reed is going to be over there. Cosmic Kitty wants the thought. Cosmic Kitty's like, screw. See, everybody tonight is just nothing but thought. Okay, we can do that. I can do that. See, I'm accommodating. I can do that. We'll do a little bit of a shuffle, and then we'll make some thought action happen. Good old classics decks. Nothing's like that. I mean, maybe. Oh, maybe. I mean, we got to get a mix in. Got to get a good mix on the thought up here because we can't reverse the thing. So we got to get a decent mix. So let's see what's going on with that. All right, who is coming in the love? What is going to happen with the love? Let's see, Cosmic Kitty coming all the way over. Oh Jesus. Oh, Cosmic Kitty, you got the wild relationship. All right, hot mess. We can do that. Hot mess, we can do that. There's nothing really stopping you from getting into the hot mess. I think that's going to be the key here, right? You're looking at somebody that we can just have fun with, somebody that we can go forth and have a little of entertainment purposes only.
Music to make love to.
But I do think you have sort of a fun, casual little relationship. The reason I say hot mess is the Tower next to the Hanged Man. No, we're going to pass on that. Long run, you definitely don't want to put you definitely want to wear any, don't want to wear any ring off that thing. But yeah, you do have a little bit of a Tower moment. Oh my God, not again. I mean, Cosmic Kitty, you asked for the thought. What did you want? I mean, what did you want? But anyway, yeah, the little Tower moment is something where you're just going to have to sort of rebuild from scratch after this one. So, I mean, if you're looking for a little bit of a hot mess, something fun, something casual with that, something you're willing to walk away from, but, that's the way it goes, the way it is. Hanged Man says, there is a matter of the Hanged Man being enlightenment and being two separate worlds, being a different perspective, being a different view on that kind of thing. I'm kind of wondering if hot messes are your thing. Like if hot messes are your thing, right? You don't want to be committed, so maybe hot messes are your thing. Maybe this is something that you're sort of drawing in, attracting, something that you're sort of like, ooh, I wouldn't mind a little bit of this, I wouldn't mind a little bit of that. So ultimately, you got to figure out, where that's going to go, because I mean, y'all are asking for the thought, and the thought is just a throat chop. I mean, what do you want? What did you want? The thought that I told you, the thought is like a throat chop, and you're like, I want the thought. But that's the way it is. Diana, welcome. Good to see you. Okay. Erica is like, look, I've been buying. Erica's like, Jesus Christ, I bought 3 jackpot triple tickets today. Will I win at least a couple of dollars? See, I ruined Erica's reading. Like, Erica's never coming back. Erica's just like never coming back at this point. Erica's like, look, I'm telling you now, I paid money, cash money. I paid all the cash money into these tickets. I mean, like a paycheck worth of tickets. That damn sure better win something. I damn sure better win something. You need to go back and you need to reread until you got me winning something. That's what Erica's like. All right, I need to win the big lottery up here. I committed, I dedicated, I put a ring on that thing. We're just ready for just the money. Okay, I mean, that's what ultimately, that's what you got to do. You got to just commit. You can't just you can't go in a little bit. You got to go all in. And Erica knows this. Erica understands that. Erica's seen the money trick. I mean, y'all new people, you ain't seen the money trick, but I saw the money trick. Erica's like, look, I'm coming in and I got 1, 2, 3, 4. I got $5 that I'm willing to spend. I'm willing to spend $5 on some tickets. I mean, it's okay. I'm willing to spend $5 on some tickets, but I got this one. I got a lot of tickets. So if you could take time out of your day and turn that into some fat cash, Mr. Tarot. If you could turn that into a little bit of fat cash, Mr. Tarot Oracle, that would be great, because I don't want to lose all of this money, is what I'm saying. I don't want to lose all of that money over here. Anyway, we got Laura up in the PayPal coming after Cosmic Kitty. We got another PayPal donation. Thank you very much for your very generous PayPal donation over there. From please don't say my name. Okay. All right, we got a very generous donation from Please Don't Say My Name, otherwise known as MB. MB, thank you for your donation. All right. I mean, there it is. Jude Element, thank you for your donation as well. All right, we spent all this money. We dedicated it. We're going to win at least a couple of bucks. Queen of Wands says you did good here, but that 9 says ain't no couple of bucks headed your way. All right, here's the thing. I just think that the next few opportunities is going to be better off than this one. Better off than this one. I think that's going to be important, right? Going to be important. Because hold on to your cash. It's like the week after next or something has a little bit of more blossoming of getting you some fat cash, getting you some money and whatnot. Page of Pentacles says maybe. I mean, it's sort of it. Page of Pentacles, sorry, the Knight of Pentacles says I may come out with $1 or $2. I'm not going to lie. The 9 of Coins reverse says I'm not getting the load, though. I'm not getting the mother load in this particular. I'm just saying maybe, all right? I don't want to spoil it or anything. I'm just saying just a little bit of a maybe action over here. Ultimately, save it for the next 2 weeks, right? In 2 weeks, I think that is there. Add sexy to the reading. You donated. Okay. Jude, I got your donation. I will add your sexy ass to this reading. Jude, you are in the queue. You're in the queue right there. So hopefully, I mean, I did say maybe. Hopefully, at least $1 or $2. I'm just saying 2 weeks. 2 weeks is a much better shot for it. I'm just saying. All right, now I said after Cosmic Kitty, we're going to PayPal. We are going to PayPal indeed. Now, we got a new person. We got a new person up in PayPal tonight. I'm clearing my throat because I need some water. We got a new person, Bordita. All right. Bordita's coming in. Everybody say hello to Bordita. They made a very generous donation over PayPal. Thank you so much, Bordita, for hanging out in this show. I hope you like this show. If you do, hit that thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up button. You know what I'm talking about. Hit that like, that sub. That tells PayPal that it's all good. It tells PayPal that it's all good up in here. And the more PayPal and YouTube, the more people, the merrier. The more friends we can get, the more action we can have over here. So I mean, I'm just saying, this is the place to hang out. All right, let's do a little bit of this read here. This is an exciting deck, man. This is a Bonfire version 2. The Bonfire version 2. And it's a pretty exciting deck indeed. Hierophant, making the move to Tennessee. Judgment, the Rebirth, the Reincarnation, the King, and okay, we got a couple of kings over here. Oh, man. Do we make the move to Tennessee? Yes, but later. Just be prepared that you're going to not be able to move when you want to move. There's just something stopping you, something holding you back. The Judgment, the Rebirth, the Reincarnation. There's almost something that comes up that's a little bit more exciting, that's a little bit kind of, I'm ready to go. This is the time, right? It just feels like this may not be the time. Hierophant, why are we still there? Why haven't we moved? The tarot's asking you, why haven't you moved yet? I'll tell you now, right? Why haven't you moved yet? What's the problem? Is it sort of real estate prices? Is it the logistics? Is it we need to get a job over there or something like that? Why haven't we moved? The Hierophant says we're stuck for a little too long with this situation. To be honest with you, you should have moved before. I'm just, okay, you're new, and I go out on a limb sometimes, but this is what the tarot is saying. You should have moved before. And this is something that we have all kind of experienced, right? We should have done something earlier. I think we had maybe an opportunity, maybe a feeling, maybe an instinct. We should have done that before, just in my opinion. Hierophant says we're stuck. Or a little bit stuck. So it'll be a little later that we move, but we should move. A Judgment, the Rebirth, the Reincarnation, like we get a second chance. a second thing, right? Maybe you're selling your house for like double what you paid for it. A lot of people are just cashing out. They're just like, give me the fat cash right here, right? The king and the king says you do need to take more action, a little more action than you had anticipated taking, a little more work than you anticipated dedicating yourself to get this done. But yeah, I think you should. Overall, I think we got a thumbs up on here. You should be moving to Tennessee indeed. Ideally, you should have already moved though. All right, and that is the reading. And again, hit that like and a sub. I appreciate you hanging out with us. Appreciate everybody being here tonight. It is action-packed as always. It's always action-packed up in the Tarot Oracle realm. I mean, just say, Jude's like, where the hell's my reading? Jude, you're like 10 readings away, Jude. I mean, it's a Tarot Oracle show, Jude. We got like 40 readings or something like that. That's the way it goes. Jude, this place is busy all the time. You're just lucky we don't have like 65 readings tonight is what I'm saying. All right, we are on Lonnie right now, Jude. Jude, you are here, and Lonnie is here. So we're on Lonnie. We got P, Stephanie, YouTube, Sambon, KD. We got Mike, J. Joan, and finally we got you. So we're doing good. Monty, I thank you for joining the queue up in there. I appreciate all of that. All right. Let's keep on with this feeling on that. I think that's going to be exciting indeed. We're going with Lonnie. Lonnie is dedicating herself to that Gemini. Any Gemini action. I did think in a previous reading we said the Gemini's warming up. The Gemini's warming up. Now, we've already discussed, if you haven't been here before, we've already discussed that this Gemini is indeed sort of in that two types of personality. You got this, you got that. They're a little bit on the unreliable side. You're kind of wondering what they're thinking because they're almost like they got completely different personalities based upon when you catch them. All right, but I mean, just saying, not not all Geminis and what have you, but yeah, any movement coming in from this particular 10 of Wands, a 2 of Wands, Page, and an Ace of Wands. I mean, I really think that give them a couple of months and it'll be a little warmed up. We did say in a previous reading, just warming up, right? Just getting something else, just warming up, getting into the next phase. So I think that's where you're at with this particular Gemini. And I think that's kind of exciting. You got a 10 of Wands, though. Not really something you want to engage, not really something you want to gauge into right now. There's definitely sort of it just feels like if we engage now, that'd be like, it'd be like, you just got to figure out what you're doing. Not something you want to sort of take on right now. 2 of Wands says we do meet again. We do meet again. In fact, I think the Gemini starts basically searching you out, seeking you out. Give it a couple of months, maybe 3 months. I think you're going to have a little bit of a run-in or at least something happening with that. Page of Pentacles says we don't know where to go. And that is the biggest thing about this particular person. We don't know where to go. We don't know where to take it. And they're just not sort of capable to lead you in the direction that you need to be led, right? In other words, at some point, when we're waiting for somebody to make a move and they make a move, we kind of have some expectations. All right, they're going to make a move and we're going to sort of pull you in this direction. We're going to sort of go in this direction. So you're coming in kind of loaded up with some expectations. I just think the page says they're not really on the same page with the expectations, not going to sort of be in that mode, leading you where you kind of want to be, where things are. Overall, Ace of Wands says it's refreshing. It's kind of nice to engage with them again. Absolutely. Give it a couple of months, maybe 3 months. I think you will sort of get something casual. Now, this is not something where they just come to you and just, like they start, what was that movie where they're playing like the song on the boombox outside your window? It's just not something like that, right? But it is something a little bit casual and something you can get some communication with. It's almost like they want you to answer a question or so. It's not like a weird communication. You're just like, okay. Okay. Well, there it is. There it is indeed. Stephanie feels attacked, but when they say about Gemini, hashtag not all Geminis. I'm just saying. Hashtag Stephanie, Stephanie, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, hashtag not all Geminis is what it is. All right. Now we got Stephanie is up here is like, look, want a general reading. I don't know if you've been here before, but if you haven't been here before, hit that like and sub. I appreciate you. But we're going to go and we're going to do some Amy decks right now because we did break open the fresh, new, beautiful smelling Little Buddha Tarot. And you know the Little Buddha Tarot is coming up there. We do all sorts of Amy decks up in here is what I'm talking about. A day. Hello. How you doing? Good to see you. Jude wants to know what number they are. Jude, you're like 10 away. You're 10 readings away. It's going to be a good 30 minutes. A good 30 minutes, Jude. That is faux show. Okay. A little bit of a general. I can do it. I can do it for you. You know, I'm guilty of that. I mean, you know, hashtag not all Geminis, hashtag not all Scorpios, hashtag not all Virgos. You just gotta roll with it. You gotta roll with it. Okay. Anyway, get a general reading. See what is happening with that. We got the Hanged Man. Hanged Man's appearing a lot tonight. We can do that. Look how vibrant and pretty that is. I love it. You got the Hanged Man, got a 5 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, and a little bit of a High Priestess. Man, money becomes a problem pretty quickly. Money becomes like something that you're not really talking about anymore because it's like, wait a minute, what's going on with the money? It just feels like the money's not there. The money is having some issue. Good news is you're hitting sort of a slump before you hit a big time. 10 of Pentacles talks about not only the tree of life, but money coming in, cash coming in. This is definitely sort of a financial reading. Either a job opportunity, either another opportunity, some place that you can go and get some things started or get some ideas going or get some ideas or innovations happening. High Priestess says basically, if you're looking for kind of work, if you're looking for like a career, you're looking for anything in that reading, a High Priestess talks about knowledge, talks about things. When you get a High Priestess next to a money card like a 10 of Pentacles, it is something about learning. It is something maybe about expanding our knowledge, looking. And this could be from it, maybe something that doesn't make money, maybe something like a spiritual journey, or maybe it is. Maybe it's a career kind of thing. But I'm just saying the High Priestess says get some more knowledge. Get maybe a cert. Hit YouTube up. Thank you for sort of figuring it out, you know, kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Sort of figuring out what is the next thing and get ahead of it. Because I think if you're working backwards, like, oh, the next thing is here, now I need to pick this up. And again, could be a cert, could be some knowledge, could be some YouTube videos, whatever you need. Julie, thank you for your donation. But the 5 of Pentacles says money just becomes an issue. Could it be something breaks down, has some issues? Well, maybe. But you are looking for enlightenment. You are looking for a little bit of thinking from things from a different perspective from the Hangman into that. Basically, don't look at that as sort of bad news. Look at that, again, sort of a slump before the jackpot. A little bit of a slump before the jackpot, but I think that is... I think that's what happens, right? Anyway, that's what happens sometimes. All right, we're going to keep using the Little Buddha Tarot for one more reading because, man, I love that tarot. I love any Amy deck. You know I just love the heck out of that. P loves that too. How does Ann feeling about me? I hope that's not YouTube users, Ann. Hope we're not getting into competition over here. That could get messy. That could get messy. Oh, man, have a cat fight up in here. I don't know what's going on. I'm thinking it's career related. All right, well then get on top of things before they hit you, right? You know what I'm saying? So you can kind of see in the background that something's coming or something's happening. You definitely want to get on top of it before you have to deal with it. And that way you're ahead of the curve. Anyway, how does N feel about me? Does N like me at all at this point? Does N not like me? What's going on with that? I really think the Ace of, oh Jesus, they really like you. They do, they like you. I think they have some good feelings for you. Ace of Cups says either this is something that hasn't fully materialized yet. You definitely have to figure out where to go. But I mean, the Ace of Cups says it's something you maybe have to start over. It's something you may have to address, as far as their feelings. But I do think they have feelings. Ace of Cups says it's almost like new, like I haven't known you before, or rebooting, or I'm looking at it from a different perspective or whatnot. Overall, the Magician says they're in charge. I mean, bottom line, they're in charge. Is that good? Maybe. Is that bad? Maybe. But they're definitely in charge. In other words, you are more interested than they are. Just sort of realize that. Also realize that don't really sort of be concerned about what they do, about how they are, because I think if you do meet up with them, if you do kind of talk to them, it's going to be kind of awkward if you're too concerned about them. Just be casual with it, right? Nine of Swords. Just do some meditation, do whatnot, get a little bit of separation there, and just sort of be casual, be sort of rolling in as it is. And overall, I think it'll be all right. It will be all right. Okay. But yeah, a little bit of interest there. All right, put this up. You know I want to read with that all night. You know I want to read with that thing all night, but I'm just not going to do it. YouTube user is up next. They want to know. They want to know a question below it. I have no idea what that is. Samantha, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. All right, YouTube user, should I take the talent acquisition position or should I stay at the current position? That is a throwdown, my friends.
Time for a tarot throwdown.
On this side, we're going to say take that talent acquisition and acquisition you some talent. Is that good? Hell yeah, that's nice. Should you stay at the current position? No. Samantha, thank you for both of your very generous donations. I appreciate you. Got the double shot going tonight. No, you got to take this position, right? Nine of Cups. Julie, thank you for your other donation. Nine of Cups is always so pretty. It's always so pretty. It says you're going to be damn happy with a Justice card. New opportunities, finally getting things balanced, because right now you're on the extreme. You're on the extreme. Ain't nobody got time for that. Okay, you stay at the current position. What are you going to be doing? You're going to be looking for another job. You're going to be always thinking, what would have happened? I tell you what would have happened. You should have taken it. That's what. So that is a thumbs up there. You can't ignore that. You can't. I mean, that, you know, the thought sometimes is so clear you don't even need a tarot reader. I just throw the cards on the table and be silent and y'all figure it out. You know what I'm saying? The cat too is up here with a sub. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. All right. We're going with Sam Bond. Howdy, howdy indeed, from the great state of Texas. With the rest of my year looking like, that's a long time frame. That is a long time frame. See, we don't got Bartman up here asking for the Dungeons and Dragons. So I guess we're skipping. I mean, I guess I should do Dungeons and Dragons. I mean, a lot of y'all just don't like that. I'm kind of hesitant now. I'm kind of gun shy with this Dungeons and Dragons thing. I'm just saying. All right, we're going to go with a little pixelated tarot over here for Sam Bond, making it happen. What's the rest of the year look like? The rest of this whole year. That is long. Like, what are we going to do with all of that? Is that going to be something that we can handle? Man. All right, let's break it into quarters, shall we? Break it into quarters. Okay. So, Maruta, thank you for your generous donation. I appreciate you. We're going to break this into quarters. All right. Okay. We got a little bit of fall action. We got some winter over here. We got summer. We got a little bit of a fall creeping in. All right. General, what is it looking like? Man, you really got to cut bait. You got to cut bait hard. This is a hard bait cut. And I thank you for your donation. You have a connection right now, Sam Bond, that you don't damn near need. You need to cut bait with that. You need to watch what kind of connections you're making, because they're going to burn you by the end of the year. You definitely need to sort of abandon some stuff, leave some stuff. Don't worry about it either. It really doesn't matter. You're just addicted to something. You're thinking about something. You're looking at something. You got to leave it alone. You got to leave it. You just have to leave it alone. So don't be afraid to abandon things, Sam Bond, even if it's something you thought was important, even if it's something you thought was critical, just as far as emotions, connections go, right? Just don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. If it's not doing you any good, as I say, if it ain't doing you any good, you got to evaluate how much time you're willing to waste on it. Right? Could it be a connection with somebody else? Could it be a connection with some idea, something that you have sort of attached yourself to? Absolutely. But you got to ask yourself, is this benefiting me? Is this making me a better person? Is this helping me achieve my goals? Because if not, don't be free, right? Because you do have the abandonment next to the death card. I really think in the fall, you're stuck with some big changes. You really are. And in order to deal with that, you're going to have a free plate. You're going to have your plate cleaned off a little bit in order to get the next meal at the buffet. Because the death says there's some changes coming in. Now, temperance. This is something where you're going to have to burn both ends of the candle. This is something that's going to keep you really busy as winter creeps up. Definitely going to infringe upon kind of your free time in the winter time, but just be aware that's not going to be a problem. Not going to be a problem. Again, if it's helping your goals, it's helping you reach where you need to be, then, just make it happen. Make it happen. That is going to be the key indeed. Everybody wants me to do more of this deck. We can do that, but I don't know about KD. KD is like, screw that deck. I want the thought. But before we get to KD, MBB has been waiting literally like a year. I mean, we got to go to the PayPal, right? YouTube user, thank you for your donation. By the way, we also got to sort of, well, no, we're going long. Okay. We're going with MBB. Don't say my name. Don't say my name. Universe want me to know. What does the universe want me to know? That is always a great question. I have no idea. And let's see what kind of things we got going on with that. By the way, we're hitting up the PayPal rate. I mean, MBB is waiting a decade. MBB is waiting a decade. Now, MBB says, don't say my name because I said their name one time. I think MBB was the one that I victimized with... Okay, so I have an app that I wrote, right? The app keeps track of donations, questions. It does everything. So in the app, basically, I coded it to pop up on the screen when a PayPal reading comes up, right? And I think, I don't know if MBB was the one, but anyway, so I got a PayPal donation, and it popped up on the screen. It says, thank you, whoever, for your PayPal donation. It don't know who your alias is. It just says your name. Anyway, they got pretty pissed off. They're like, dude, why are you showing my name? Anyway, so I had to uncode that. I had to remove that from the code. Anyway, all right. What does the universe want me to know? Wheel of Fortune, keep on the path. That's the big thing. What goes around comes around. You got to keep on the path. There's a level of focus that you need to keep here. And if you lose the focus, if you're not on the path, I think you're going to lose some ground. And I don't think you want to be in that situation where you are losing ground. The Four of Cups says there's a lot of things coming that you don't need to deal with overall. So yeah, don't be losing ground. Keep on the path, because if you delay, you're going to get caught up into something. And I just think that's going to be not what you want, right? Ultimately, you have enough of what you're doing. You don't want any extra. So focus on what you need to focus on. Don't get distracted, because this is a bunch about distractions, refusing what is in there. I'm going to be honest with you. There's a lot of noise coming up. There's a lot of things that look, grass is greener, a lot of kind of noise happening, a lot of things out there. You're like, I'm not sure I want to deal with that or not. You know what I'm saying? Just ignore the noise and focus on the prize. Keep doing what you're doing. Do not get distracted, because the noise level is a problem when it becomes attractive. Okay. I'm just saying that now. The noise level is not really an issue until it becomes attractive, because sure, I can hear noise from here and there. I don't have to deal with it, but all of a sudden you're like, oh, look at that. Look at that. And then you're kind of like, oh, and that is the problem, right? That is the problem. So like you're making your own Maryland painting or something like that. You're doing a little Warhol. You gotta focus on it. You gotta focus on it. Joan, you're 4-way. But yeah, the Queen of Wands, it's about keeping busy. It's about keeping focused. It's about doing what you need to do, and just not getting distracted. A lot of repeats on my speech about that, but it's really sort of hammering it home, right? It's really sort of really saying, here, focus. Let me focus on that. MBB is, and that is your reading for you. Okay, KD wants a little bit of a thought action. I mean, you want the tiger when you get bit. KD wants the tiger, but when you get bit, Joan, you're 4-way. I promise you're a 4-way. Let's take a look at the queue. I mean, a lot of people are like, this is a lot of readings. I agree. We got like 42 readings. Joan is right here, but Joan, you actually like, Joan, we got, Mike, we got Joan, we got J Mad, got a little bit of a Monty coming up after that. So, I mean, you got a little bit of a distance going on over there, even though it looked like you're next. It's Mike and then it's Joan. All right, Mike and then it's Joan. Okay, Mike, J Mad, then Joan. Sorry. All right, So I got an app that intercepts YouTube, and it's too efficient. It's too efficient because it actually sees, so two of you donate at the same time. It actually intercepts the internet feed and figures out who was technically first, technically first. And that becomes a problem because sometimes when it appears differently in a different order than what I capture. Anyway, that is going to be it. That is going to be it. Okay, what type of job should I apply for? What type of job should I apply for? Man, really thinking you got the Six of Cups. Anything where you connect with other people. I think sort of intervening with other people, connecting with other people is going to be important. I definitely want to get on that mode of connecting with other people, whether it be making customers, making things happen. You kind of want to get that, right? You kind of want to get that feel. But anything where we're connecting with other people, I think it's going to be vital. It's going to be crucial for this particular thing. Anyway, in my opinion, all right, you got a little bit of a 6 happening here. Now, this is something where you want a short term. You don't want something long term. That could mean something that's going to be a little bit of a contract situation, right? I think that's going to be cool. A little bit of a contract situation. You don't want anything long term quite yet. It's almost like that long term is up next. Long term is up next. It's not the next one, but it's going to be the one after that because you do have a big celebration, lots of money coming in. And I think that the big job, the next job, if you're in something full-time that kind of sucks, I don't think that the next big job, you're going to be able to take it. But that's it. But that is it. So get something contract, get some temporary work with people, and then wait for the next big opportunity, which I think is the one after the one that you're looking for, in my opinion. All right, can I ask AR for help? Mike wants to know if I can get some help up in here. We can use the Dragon Tarot again. Y'all are like, when are you going to use the Dragon Tarot? Tonight. Tonight is when we're going to use the Dragon Tarot. I think that's it. That's it. Vincent Price move, the monster. Yeah, Vincent Price. Those were the days. I mean, you got to be at a certain age to know who Vincent Price is, I guess. Anyway. But yeah, Vincent Price. I'm just saying. All right, a little bit of a Dragon Tarot happening over here. Can I ask AR for help? 10 of Wands says that, oh man, 8 of Wands says yes. It says, go ahead and ask them. I think this is something you can ask for help. There's something they would do that. 3 of Cups says it's either a good friend, somebody who's willing to help you, somebody who's willing to go to bat for you. Definitely with that. Be aware they're slow as hell to help. Mike, be aware that they're going to be slow to pick it up. A lot of people agree to anything, and then you try to get them to do it. It takes like a decade. This is going to be the issue. It really is. They're going to be slow to help. Overall, should you ask them for help? I think that is a thumbs up indeed. So see, y'all got Dragon Tarot up in here. We got Marilyn Monroe up in here. We got all the excitement. It is there. Any romantic things coming my way next? J-Mad is next, and then Joan, you are after J-Mad. Now, J-Mad, romance coming my way. I'm stressed. I could use something to distract me. I mean, everybody's like, hey, I could use something to distract me. That's fine. That's fine indeed. So let's use a little modern love tarot. We already showed the graphic animation and stuff for this one, but you know, we're gonna skip that. Diana, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. Will I be able to buy a 3-2 next year? Ooh, are you talking about an apartment? Are you talking about a house? I assume a house. A 3-2 apartment would be like $1 gazillion nowadays. Any romantic fun coming my way soon? The World, the 6 of Cups, a little bit of a 5 of Pentacles. I think you got to hit it and quit it, or a little bit of friends with benefits in there. That's what I'm talking about.
Music to make love to.
So you got a 6 of Cups. We're making a connection. Is this connection like long term? Is it going to be love for life? Ace of Pentacles says no. Ace of Pentacles with a 5 of Pentacles. If you're looking to hang on to something that's just going to sort of be, you got a good honeymoon period up next. And that's what you kind of need. A little bit of a honeymoon period, a little bit of a fanciful frolic through the woods. World says there are some possibilities headed your way, and I think that is something that you like. A little friends with benefits, a little bit of a connection. Ace of Pentacles. It looked great. It looked fantastic, but the 5 of Pentacles says no. The love balloons, The love balloons. The love balloons are just not applicable right here. We got a little love emoji. It's just like we can do that a little bit, but overall, let's not get too serious. Just don't get too serious. It's a distraction. It's what you wanted. J-Man's like, I wanted a distraction. You got one. You got one. So there's some romance fun your way. You know, just don't get like all enthralled with it. It's not like your unicorn. It's not like your unicorn. Like, this is the one. This is my unicorn. This is my soulmate. Not really. Joan is fighting. Where the hell did my waterproof camera go? Hopefully it's not in water, Joan. I mean, we're really going to test out that waterproof aspect, but I need it for a vacation. I can't find it anywhere. It's almost like it's in a closet or something. Like, that's the first thing I got. First thing I got is like it's in a closet or something. All right, we got to go with, as always, what we need for super accuracy. What we need for super accuracy over here. The Little Wizards Tarot. Little Wizards Tarot is all about it's all about finding stuff. I want you to know the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups. Oh man, when's the last time you used it, Joan? When's the last time you used that thing? Did you leave it somewhere? You like left and you're like, oops, I left it somewhere. It is somewhere that you left it. Doesn't make any sense, but you know what I'm talking about. The moon says you do find, oh man, you do find it. It's going to be almost be like after your vacation. All right. You put it up somewhere and you weren't thinking. Let me tell you that now. Okay. You got a King of Wands. It's somewhere dark. So it's somewhere where a door closes. Okay, you got a little darkness here. You need maybe a flashlight, maybe a magic wand to find it. There is somewhere where a door closes. It is somewhere dark. And so I think you're going to have to sort of rummage around for that and stuff like that. So that is going to be it. Yeah, it's been a long time since you've used it. So you packed it away. You literally like packed it away. So there. The Five of Cups, right? You're disappointed because you're trying to find it. It's small. It's around other stuff. It's literally like in a pile. It's like a pile of stuff. You just have to dig through the pile until you locate it, until you find it. Five of Cups says you have abandoned it. You didn't take it seriously the last time. So like me, right? Me, when I pack some stuff up, I like put all the stuff together and you know, I put all the stuff together with its mates. So all the camera stuff goes with the camera stuff and whatever. What's been happening is basically you put it up and you didn't think about it. You didn't think like, I should do this and I should do that, which is okay. It's okay. I mean, there's not that big of a deal. But just be aware that this is definitely something that there. Two of Wands is ultimately, you do find it, but there's a lot of digging through that. Most likely, you're going to have to go on vacation without it. You're just going to have to go on vacation without it, unfortunately. I just think, you know, that could be a situation. Anyway, at least that's what I think. That's what the Wizards tell. Someplace dark. Definitely want to dig through. You put it with some other stuff completely unrelated, and we all do it. All right, Jude is finally here. Jude is like, I donated back in 1974, back when gas prices were high, back when there was a gas shortage, and now there's another gas shortage, and I still don't have my reading. All right, general love reading. Who is coming towards me in love indeed? Let's see. What is going to happen with all of that? Oh, man. The king, and the six. Man, really think, Jude, that you have basically somebody who's way over the top. Way over the top. This is definitely going to be an Aries, but they're just way over the top as far as Aries go. It feels like this is not somebody that's going to be a clean shot, not somebody that's going to be just productive, not somebody that's going to be, you know, just a big thing kind of thing. But I just think that the King of Wands and the King of Swords says this is somebody that's a little bit over the top. can't really take them seriously. It's just kind of challenging to deal with this particular person. I'm just saying, that's a general rating as who's coming towards you in love. An Aries, a little bit too much, a little bit full of themselves. You're going to have to kind of put up with them if you want to get something serious. Overall, we just kind of skip it. I would friend zone them immediately. I mean, no offense. No offense. I would friend zone them immediately. 6 of Cups. Just sort of put them in the friend zone. A little bit too immature for you to deal with, but yeah, June, you got somebody coming. You got an opportunity coming. I would definitely friend zone it and look for kind of who is next after that. It just doesn't feel like this person is very productive for you at all. By the way, speaking of productive, tomorrow we're giving away my Wonder World Tarot. If you want this, come back for tomorrow's big giveaway. We are going to give it out. We're going to have some fun with all of that good stuff. Monty is next. Does she know I'm upset? Advice on their feelings, because we're kind of ticked right now. We're kind of ticked right now. Does she understand that? Does she get it? You know, a lot of times people don't. A lot of times people just don't get it. They're just like, you know, that is, a lot of times people just don't get it. I don't know. But do they get it? Do they know I'm upset? What is going on with the feelings and all that other stuff? $6 a gallon in California. Ouch. That is quite challenging indeed. Now, do they know that we are upset? Monty, some tells me they do. I think at a point, people kind of understand your reactions. People kind of know and whatnot. I just don't think they care. I mean, Monty, no offense to this particular individual. I just don't think they care, okay? Do they know you're upset? You're upset. You're upset. You made that either clear or you've hinted some things that have made that clear. They're just ready to just give up on it at this point. They just don't care. They're just not dedicated to that. They just don't care. Monty, I'm sorry. Not the particular reading that I kind of wanted to see. You have a level of abandonment here. You have a level of disappointment, and you have kind of a looking from afar, but realizing that this is not something you want to deal with. You have a dominion around there. Ultimately, it's just not something that you want to deal with. So, do they know you're upset? Yes. Do they care? Not really. It's not something they want to deal with. Hanged Man says they're sure looking in the other direction. Advice on their feelings. Let them go through to the end. Monty, disconnect. Just completely disconnect from this. Let them go to the end. Let them go through to the other side. And just let them deal with it. So my intuition just says over and over and over, just says that you're going to have to let them go from stage A to stage B to stage C before you're going to make any real progress, on that, at least in my opinion. Anyway, Julie is up next. Julie has some good questions tonight. Julie wants to know, would C's feelings for me expand? Will they grow? Let's see what that's going to happen. I mean, really, okay, we got to do this. We're going to use the only tarot deck that comes in a bag, or that I keep in a bag. I said comes in a bag. It didn't come in a bag, it came in a box. But it's the only tarot deck that I keep in a bag, okay? Julie, I think this is going to be it. This is the Victorian Romantic Tarot, version 4. That's a lot of versions. They are working on a new one. And let's see. Wait a minute. I need to do something real quick. I got kind of an emergency. Hang on. Okay. All right. Christina's stuck in traffic. And I may need to go let her dogs out after the stream is over. So I'm just double checking. Will C feelings for me grow? Absolutely. You have a 6 of Cups into a King of Cups. That is so interesting, eh? The 6 of Cups says, I do have a connection with you, but it's just not poignant. It's just not big. It's just not really serious. It's just not really heavy, right? It feels like the Six of Cups, just sort of a casual thing. And you see that with all the sixes. It's harmonious, but it's just sort of a casual thing. King of Cups is that expanse. All of a sudden, you have an Ace of Cups. The feelings come up. Everything sort of restarts. Everything sort of reboots. We look at you in a different perspective. We look at you in a different way. And that Knight of Wands says we're ready to make a more serious connection. Because you can kind of see the connection over here is a little bit more poignant, a little bit more serious. There's a little bit more, less stagnation in the connection, a little bit more of a deeper connection indeed. So overall, we're going to do the love balloons, which I do think, we're going to do the heart of hearts because I do think this is something that could grow. It could grow indeed. All right, and it looks like I do need to take the dogs out after stream. Okay, Julie has another question. When will Charles and M have that terrible tower moment? All right, this is from a previous... I do read 1,000 readings a month, so I do not remember every single reading that I do. But I'm assuming that we had a tower moment with them a while back, and we kind of need to know where that progresses, where that goes, when that will happen. Man. All right, that's going to be on Behind the Readings. This one's going to be on Behind the Readings, my friends. Because that is just funny, ain't it? That Julie's like laughing their ass off right now. That is just plain funny. That is just funny. Okay. When Nine of Swords, Eight of Pentacles, you're really looking late September, early October. You're really looking to 3 months. Eight of Pentacles says, can we work through it? Julie, we can work through it. Me and you, we can work. Charles and M's like, we can work through that. That's not going to be a problem at all. And the Nine of Swords, we're out on the ledge. We're literally out on the ledge at this point. Like we're done with it. We're out on the ledge. We're trying to sneak out. We're trying to figure out what's going on. We're trying to figure out how this is going to happen. And it becomes so serious. It becomes so weighted. It becomes so pointed. We got to do something. And then the tower moment happens. We have to deal with it. It just happened. So it's coming. It's coming indeed. But we're going to try to work through it first. Can we do that? Hell no. I'm just sorry. I mean, M is like, look, we can do this. And then Charles is like, I don't really think so. I don't really think so, my friend. I think that is, Jesus, almost dropped that on the floor. Do not drop my $100 tarot deck on the floor. That's not the place for a $100 tarot deck, is the floor. Okay, and we got a few more readings, and we got to go take the dogs out. Who let the dogs out? Who? Samantha wants to know, will Alyssa teach, or will it reach out to me before or on my birthday? In other words, less than or equal to my birthday. We got into it yesterday. A tower moment indeed. A tower moment you're waiting for? A tower moment you got. Let's get serious right now. We need to use one of the best reading decks that I do have, okay? It is this one right here. Okay. Oh, so look, man, will they reach out? We got into it. We cut off communication. Man, you and Alyssa are just like y'all are just at it. The sun. Oh, man. Yeah, you got it. Oh, come on. Yeah. I mean, yes. Less than or equal to. I mean, I got to talk in programming terms. Less than or equal to. We're going to go with the love balloons. I just think yes. I think it's nice indeed. Look, we got the Ace of Swords. We need to communicate still. I need to reach out. It's going to be important. Judgment, rebirth, the reincarnation. It's all right. We've had issues before. We need to connect. We need to make it happen. But Alyssa's not telling you why. Alyssa's not sort of moving this along, but Alyssa's still going to reach out. Not going to be a problem at all. The four, okay? They're not going to open up to you, though. They're still closed off. The sun says yes. We got to have the sunny day. We got to have a nice birthday. Communication with that Ace, with that Judgment, rebirth, reincarnation card. It's such a clean yes. We've never had that much of a yes for any of your readings yet. Samantha's known for some of the best readings on the channel. Samantha, back in the old days, Samantha has some of the best readings I've ever seen. Like I've ever seen. I remember, so I mean, see, this is why I know Samantha comes in. I know Samantha's going to get a good read. So Samantha's had a history of the beginning, I call it like the beginning stage of Samantha Reads, where she just had some wild ass readings, like straight to the point, straight to the jugular readings. Like they didn't even play. They didn't even play. And I think we're getting back to the old day Samantha. Old school Samantha readings are back. Old school Samantha readings are back. All right. Should we be concerned about the FaceTime call yesterday with her? I mean, am I overreacting or what that? I mean, I would. Jesus. The old school Samantha readings are back. We got all majors. I really think this is a new point in your relationship with Alyssa. This is like this new exciting point. Does it start off weird for a new point? Absolutely. It does, right? But the Empress, you're starting off with something. We're getting something going that's going to be more long-term. We're heading in a direction that's going to be a very, very cool direction indeed. Hanged Man said, do we have the knockdown dragouts? Absolutely. But you should not overreact. Something's forming, something's cultivating, something's brewing from this interaction. And the world said it's going to be good if you can make it to the end. If you can make it to the end is what I'm saying. Anne's like, what do you mean old school? Well, Anne, when Samantha first joined the channel, she would get these readings. And they'd be like the wildest readings ever. And they were clear. They were to the point. It was like some window opened in the tarot that just sort of got Samantha and just gave her a big old hug, is what I'm saying. Tracy, welcome. Good to see you. Anyway, Maruta is next. Tarot of the Dragons. We could do that. My guides, my messages, see what's happening and all that. Yeah, but we're going back to the old school Samantha Reads. I mean, something's going on. Something's going on with Alyssa, and it is gonna be pretty big when it ends. All right. Any messages from my guys? Let's make it happen. Now, I am just saying. Tarot of Dragons is brand new, just came out. We're reading with it, right? So that's the difference between this channel and all of the other channels. I'm just saying, all right? I'm not trying to like pat myself on the back or anything. I'm telling you, let me tell you what's different between this channel and everybody else. Other people be unboxing stuff and be like, oh, it's a tarot deck. Look at that. Reality is when you get a new tarot deck, you need to put it on the table. You need to read with it. You need to read with it hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times and figure out if it's any good for reading, right? Because you can see it on the table and you'd be like, that ain't for me. The reading sucked. Or you can see it and it'd just be like a home run. And that's what I like about having a stream every night. Y'all be like, why do you have a stream every night? So I can do this. Because I want to know if this is any good. I can tell you it looks pretty, but I know a lot of people that look pretty, and I really don't want to deal with some of them. But I think that is the very powerful message here for me is how does it read? We're going to slam it on the table. We're going to hammer it for hundreds of readings, and you're going to see live how these things work, right? How these things work. Because if you're reviewing a computer, you don't open the computer and say it looks great. You gotta get some stats. You gotta get some tests with it. Anyway, but the Sun card, it says the tarot is telling you about a Page of Wands, a Five of Pentacles, and a little bit of a King of Cups. 5 Pentacles and a King of Cups. The spirit guides tell you that there is a good message coming at the end of next month, almost like the end of July. There's a good message coming, something big. You're going to be starting having some dreams with it. You're going to start having some dreams happen with it. And I think that is going to be something to focus on with the dreams. Okay. I think that's going to be something to do. But that's going to be about mid-June. You start with the dreams. You're looking at July, You're looking at July with the sun. There's something big coming up. There's something formulating. There's something sort of cultivating that is going to be in your future here. Page of Wands says you're completely unprepared for it. And that's what the dreams are for. That's what the connection, that's what the communication is for. Page of Wands says we do need you to understand this, right? But we're gonna have to give it to you in a subliminal way so you're not sort of blindsided by what is coming. Five of Pentacles says that you're definitely going to be unprepared, but this is something that is going to be important for you. It's going to be something very nice indeed, kind of where the sun is, needs to come to light, and it's going to be pretty good with that. Overall, the King of Cups says don't be disillusioned about what's happening. So definitely focus on your dreams, write it down, start keeping a journal. Mid-June to early July is when you're going to get some information with that. So that is your messages from the guides. There you go. So Anne, I've been feeling lonely lately. Anne, don't be feeling lonely. Come on in here. Come on in here. I think that is going to be the place to hang out, right? That's a place to hang out. You don't need to be lonely. Anne, we love you, Anne. Anne,
I love you.
we love you. We all love you. You know it. We know it. All right. What is needed to motivation and advice right now? Motivation and advice is what I do. I'm all about motivation. I got motivation coming out the wazoo. Not a penta. You have success waiting for you. You have to reach out and get it. And that's the kind of the important thing. You have to reach out and get it. You have to reach out and make the effect, make the work happen. Because the Six of Pentacles says don't expect a handout. This is something, trying to expect a handout, trying to expect something to come forth, trying to expect that. You really don't want to deal with that. It is about being in control right now rather than waiting for a handout, waiting for somebody to come in, waiting for something to happen. It is about being in control and making things work. Nine of Pentacles says you have a great success waiting on you. You have to reach out and grab it. You have two nines sandwiching the readings. Those are the best cards of the deck. What do we got? Nine of Pentacles, success, motivation, things happening in there. Nine of Cups, sort of formulating a good emotion, formulating good times based upon what you see, what you do. You're very responsible right now for your own reality. You're very responsible, your beliefs, your thoughts that create your reality. Make sure you focus on those and make the reality a good one. Seven of Cups says there's some opportunities out there you haven't been looking at. You haven't been evaluating. You haven't been searching for. Seven of Cups says definitely look at all the options and not some of the options. So open your eyes, look at that. And I think that is going to be very focused for you and very a good thing to chase right there. Overall, you're waiting for success. You just got to go get it. There's the feel, right? The 2-9 sandwiching everything. Don't be disillusioned, but definitely be looking at things you haven't looked at before because there's too many variables moving around and you're just going to have to deal with that. Anyway, we'll be able to buy a house. We got a 3-2 house up in there. We'll be able to buy a 3-2 house is what I'm talking about. Diane, can we get a 3-2 house? That is it. That is it indeed. Diane, you're on. You're on, Dan. You're on, Diane. King of Pentacles, yes. Queen of Wands, yes. Justice, yes, 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 and yes. Thumbs up. King of Pentacles is the big one, right? You're looking at the money situation being a little better. I've said it once. I've said it before since freaking February. We got a home dip. I predict a home dip, a little bit of a dip in the price. Could be when to get that, right? I think next year you're going to have the availability of that. You definitely want to sort of lock down an interest rate once the interest rates start coming down too, because it is going up a point, and I think that's something you got to sort of realize. King of Pentacles says money needs to be coordinated, needs to happen. You will have the money. You will have that set up. Queen of Wands says that's going to be good. That is going to be fantastic indeed. You definitely want to chase that. So yes, you can do it. You can do it indeed. All right. The Justice card overall says, be balanced when you get it. In other words, don't go on the extreme, get a balance in there. Again, I think the housing market is going to be up. There's an upheaval in the housing market on the horizon. And just my opinion, just my prediction, entertainment purposes only. But yeah, justice, time it, everything. Time it right. Timing is everything in here. Sorry if I'm distracted. I got... Christina is like hammering me with like a text every 3 seconds. Anyway, I am out of here. Thank you so much for being here. We will see y'all tomorrow.